So I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. We are live now on YouTube as well. Let's see if it's real or not. Do we have sound? It seems yes. So let me do a sound check before going live for real. Oh no, I cannot do a sound check now. I'm fuck. Let's do it here. We are actually live. So sorry for the feedback.
We are actually live.
It's working.
Sorry for the feedback. We are actually live.
It's working.
Sorry for the feedback. We are actually live. It's working. Live.
All right. So how do you do? Oh, already a like on YouTube. YouTube, you always amaze me. You're now 7 people and counting. So welcome to the virtual Agile Lounge for Business Agility with yours truly, Coach AF, known by his real name of Alexandre Frédéric. And I would like to say cheer up to Anna. Anna, who's one of my, I don't like to call her assistant. She's my virtual assistant, yes. She's also one who take my back on emails and all the shit we receive on LinkedIn and so on. And the other day she said like, oh, I look at your initial AFJ in French for Alexandre Frédéric Joly. And she said like, you could literally call yourself Agile, Fun and Joy. Yes, because I'd like to bring some joys and fun by teaching you the ways of Agile, the business agility mindset, and so on and so on and so on. So welcome once again. If you're new to this YouTube channel, please subscribe, hit the bell to get notified of our Friday live Agile that we do every Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Soon in 2 weeks, we are going to be at the daylight saving time, and me still live in Mexico till probably June. That means that I will be 7 hours behind. So I will make sure that when we advertise for our colleagues in Europe, it will not be 6 p.m. anymore. It's going to be 7 p.m. Yeah, I think so. I have to make my calculation. But anyway, I know the change of times in North America will happen somewhere the weekend of March 12, 13. And so that's that. So please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. This is the 2 places. We have a lot of fun, a lot of agility and Scrum fun. LinkedIn, yeah, well, that's another story. And there's actually some debates on LinkedIn that motivate me, inspire me to do this Scrum fuck. And just before going in the depth of the subject and some kind of 3 parts, following the 3 pillars of any organization, which are, of course, the people and the organization, the process and tools, the second pillar, and the third pillar of technology and other type of tools. Because so you'll see, because there's tools and tools such as the Scrum systems and tools such as any kind of application that help you automate the test, for example. So they are, or Jira. A lot of people say, oh, Jira is Agile. No, it's not. But that's another topic maybe for another Their Real Agile podcast. I am not recording the podcast right now because as I am not in my normal Montreal studio with a better equipment, and I would like to cheer up Badass Agile if he's listening to it, because I miss his Clubhouse on the quality as a sound engineer, because I know on top of being an Agile coach, he's a sound engineer. And I would just like to tell you, Chris, that myself, I used to be a DJ amateur. My first business was actually a DJ agency worldwide, working in Ibiza and so on. So people that are used to my channel know that. So, of course, the sound with all my musicians, I know it's important. But right now, please accept my right to fail, because I'm in Cancun, Mexico. It's freaking hot. I just bring my mic. I'm using my MacBook, not my iMac. So it's less quality. I'm sorry, but could we concentrate on the content? What do we have to share together? What do we have to learn together? I think it's much more important that, oh, the light is good, this and that. No, I'm not in a studio. I'm in a condo and middle class or upper middle class. I don't know if Walter agree, of Cancun with, they say 30 gigabits of internet, but sometimes, yeah, so we'll see. So again, in the comment below, if you listen to it and like after the live, please tell me right away in the chat if something is not good on your side, because for me on the studio of YouTube, everything seems fine. The sound is pitching, the quality image and lights are good because I've got the sun from my window. And how do you like the new background, including the ass of Walter? Tell me please in the comment. No, I'm just kidding, Walter. We're not seeing us. I love my new roommate, by the way. Yeah, for those of you, you know me, you know I'm an antisocial usually, but I'm glad that I found a German antisocial, so we understand each other, so that's great.
By the way, when do we declare war on someone?
I don't know.
No,
Yeah, so actually we could play soccer. I'll be the French team, and he's be the German team. So French team's gonna last for sure because you don't all know that German and the Mondial always beat France. Okay, so that's being said, I would like to thank all those on the last show, the DevOps show. Ralph Francois, Alexandre Torini, you were great guys. I thank you very much to participate in this real DevOps that bring me 6 new subscribers. So welcome to the Agile Lounge on YouTube, to the 6 new subscribers while we were doing the live. And also I received about $126 of donation. And if you'd like to do with like them, and the link in the description below for, of course, the YouTuber and LinkedIn there. You could actually use PayPal internationally on any devices. I welcome euros, US dollars, and Canadian dollars. So you give me whatever you want. If you are from Canada, you could use the Interact payment with my address. It's automatic. You don't need any keywords. And of course, if you're a Bitcoin frenzy like me, you could send me some Bitcoins and Ethereum. The key code are also in the description of my YouTube video. So your tips are welcome because yours truly right now have some contracts. I've got some things, but I really welcome this appreciation tips, voluntary donation for you to show me your support. And I love the message that I receive when I receive a donation. By the way, if you'd like to be named like Mark Irnash, I thank you very much for your $50 donation last week. Following one of my vlog, I don't know exactly. So that's the thing. You could give me a message and an authorization to name you and the amount you give me. Otherwise, I just make a general thank you. And again, Jeremy McTire. Jeremy McTire from Scotland, who was listening to us, give me 0.0075 Bitcoin. So thank you very much for that. And I'm glad that in Scotland, Agile Lounge is listening. And also, there's Bitcoin enthusiasts in the orange country of Scotland, or the blue-orange country of Scotland, and you will get red pill. So thank you very much again for these Bitcoins. It's much appreciated. And when I say 0.075, I don't know in euros how much is this right now, but anyways, it's a great amount. So thank you very much. Because, and you know, right now, but one Bitcoin, it's about 49,000 US. Yes, I know it get low this week, but who cares when you purchase them in 2009? I won't lose anything because, again, about the Bitcoin thing, and we did the first Crypto Agile in French to answer a great guy who on the Daniel Tedros digital wall citizen made a very, very exhaustive comment and question. So we had to answer him properly doing our first Crypto Agile. So again, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to receive, and you hit the bell, you'll receive when I'm live, when I do a premiere. I'm always doing it like this. So it's more interactive because premiere is like a fake live, but I'm there, or my assistant is there to answer your question if you do have questions. So by the way, today I would like to make it more open space. I will probably rant and have fun about the Scrum FUCKUP. And the means of the FUCKUP night. For those who know the FUCKUP night, an entrepreneur coming up the stage telling, "Oh, I fucked up," and why I fucked up. And this is why I call it Scrum fucked up, because a lot of people nowadays, especially in Europe, they are mentioning that Scrum destroyed their lives, Scrum destroyed their teams. So it's it's amazing to me after almost 20 years experiencing with Scrum, since I built my first team at SoftSim Technology back then in 2002, reading the first book of Scrum of Ken Schreiber and Miguel Beadle. That actually, I wish to see you there. My great friend Bran Upton and his wife, his widow, Barbara Michour, are hosting a very special event on Zoom through Meetup. I think the link, it's on my link tree. If you go in the description below, or for you on Instagram, go into my profile. The link is there. So the first 3 links are the weekend event of the Agile 20 Reflect Festival. And we're going to honor Miguel Beadle, the Latino at Snowbird and the first user of Scrum and the one of the 17 co-signatory. And he was also my friend and my mentor. He was also a trans DJ and a PhD in physics. In my case, unfortunately, I just did my master in astrophysics. So I'm what we could say, a dropout of astrophysics and physics. But we understand substantion from the physics world, and we could apply it with the human people and the process and tools. And as he well put in a business agility conference in Berlin in 2017, Mike Beadle says, if you don't understand substantion, you are not understanding. Hola, obrigado, Fabiana from Brazil. How are you? Glad to see you here. I know maybe the subject of business agility in English might not be for you. You're most following me because we met in Cancun, but I salute you. I wish you a happy Friday and buen viernes. So yes, I'm telling you, it's interactive. We are live on Instagram. We are live on YouTube. It's been 11 minutes. I'm just doing my introduction, just gearing myself because it's like sports. And today, I don't want to be reacting to people who are whining that Scrum destroyed their lives, Scrum destroyed their product cycle, Scrum. Now, I just want to talk about the system itself, how it could become your winning framework in achieving your goals. Because again, I love to quote Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert, this very nice kind of newspaper cartoon with an engineer who always laugh about everything in the office work, including Agile and Scrum, by the way. And Scott Adams wrote a book a couple of years ago called Winners Have Systems and Losers Have Goals. So for all of you out there, especially the LinkedIn guru who tried to sell us, entrepreneur and any other startup, that you better have goals and I will help you scale your business, and it's all bullshit. Because if you don't have a systems that will contain your list of goals, and from that list of goals, you should create your proposed value list of shit to deliver and how to satisfy your client if you are on professional services. So it's all about it. Okay. So it's quite right. I read that book a couple of years ago. It was enlightening to me as an entrepreneur and also helping me reaching out to another kind of persona in the realm of business agility, helping them without a one-size-fits-all. Because that's the thing again, especially for the Montreal market, and especially the French-speaking people in Montreal market, I'm always amazed to see 70 to 80% of the Agile coach, soi-disant Agile coach, that for me doing fake and fragile Agile with a one-size-fits-all. Because why? They don't have any fucking experience actually experimenting with team, listening to team and user. They don't do this. No, they learn some shit for 3 days in an hotel. They get certified for $3,000 Canadian dollars. And then they get some job and some kind of big corporation because they will paint them, But the thing is, they deliver shit. They don't even do a proper consultation. And after, Agile Lounge being called, especially for small and medium business, and some VP and big corporations such as bank, that they know me, they know how I deliver shit and responsible, mature, and help them to be autonomous without using any buzzword. No, I'm not selling Scrum, I'm not selling Kanban, I'm not selling Safe, I'm not selling anything. No framework. Hashtag no framework. Hashtag no project. And transformation is the business that transforms. They could use Agile or the lean thinking, so the Agile values and principle and the lean thinking, both as culture and even DevOps, to actually transform the way they produce stuff and they deliver meaningful value to their user and customer. So that's the key important thing. And for that, you don't apply a guide, you don't apply a PMBOK plus a Scrum guide or what have you, or what you've learned into your certification program with no experience. You have to be a bit more interactive. Again, the substantion, because substantion in physics is the dynamic of the atom and the nucleon and everything that consists into the matter. And if you apply it to a human body working together in a cross-functional team, here you have it, motherfucker. You have the understanding of how Scrum work, and how Scrum could be adjusted according to the element, the winning element that you have in your team. So a capable winning team is not achieving just like this because you apply a Scrum guide. No. And you know what? From 2002 all the way up to, I think they wrote a 167-page, Schwaber and Sutherland, somewhere around 2006 to celebrate the 10 years anniversary of Scrum. 2005, 2006. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm actually not perfect. I could make mistakes, but I know officially this year, when they celebrate the 25th anniversary with this new 13-page, third edition of the Scrum Guide, they mentioned for them, with the commercialization of the Scrum system by Ken Schwaber, under the guise of making it happen outside of VMark, that was acquired by another company. I don't remember. You have to listen to my video. I capture actually our great Jeff Sutherland talking about it in Austin, Texas, almost 2 years ago at the last Scrum gathering of Scrum Alliance. So history is always important to know. A lot of people tell me, "Oh, you're all purist because you talk about the history of Scrum and everything." Yeah, but you have to understand that you have to know where you're from. You have to know who you are, and then you're able to be a lot more efficient in what you do. Because when you are, so that's the thing. So I don't know why the music go up like this. Are we okay? Anna, what do you think? Anyways, so that's the thing amazed me. I try not to spend too much time on social media because it's really toxic. Not only Twitter with its politics shit, but LinkedIn is very, very, very becoming toxic. We are spam with a lot of peddlers. They tell you that actually your website sucks. They tell you that your LinkedIn profile sucks, that you need coaching to do biz dev and to do, they don't even like, it's the same like when I did my vlog addressing the recruiter. You receive job offers as a permanent person. And if you look closely, you don't even have to read my entire profile. If you look closely at my LinkedIn profile, you see right away that I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a digital geek. So I don't know why you offer me a project management job, permanent job, and to a foreign country. So it's just to make your quota. So it's the same with those who try to peddling. And the other side of it, when I've got times at the airport, which is not the case anymore, but sometimes now as I have bigger contracts, so I distract myself, especially on a rainy day in Cancun, swapping on my iPad and saw the kind of debate that people have. And lately, I don't know if it's the effect of the third edition of the guide and all these reviews that happened last fall through Christmas, but still to this day, month of January and February, we saw a surge of article on Medium, an article on LinkedIn, or post on LinkedIn by some product owners, some even like VPs, C-level people, screaming out loud that Scrum actually is not good. Scrum is not understand, which is right, but not the way they say it. And Scrum should be avoided at all costs. We should do some kind of Agile. So what they're talking about, because Scrum is lean anyway, so it's not even Agile. So people have to understand that too. It was a discord between Ken Schwaber and our friend Jeff Sutherland. This is why they split at some point. This is why a lot of people think there's still a war. But at the age they are right now, I think they forgive each other. And so that's the thing. Scrum and from the Toyota systems, the way it's evolved with Tashaki Takata and the HBR paper, it's clearly lean. Scrum project management and Scrum product development cycle was made through the lean thinking system. Sorry about that. And it's become Agile just because there were three guys among the 17th century, and as well put by Mike Beadle and Jeff Sutherland, Scrum and extreme programming are the mother and father of Agile. And the equation, again, of the lean thinking and the lean approach of deliver meaningful value with less costs, plus integrating the customer and the user into the solution, was equal Agile. And now, 20 years later, what do we see? Is that Scrum, according to the CHAOSS report, the state of Agile, that I have to go back to see if the 2020 is out. Probably yes. We're in February, so usually it's out for last year survey. So still to this date, 67% of organizations say they use Scrum. But again, they use Scrum. So they see it as a tool or as a goal, like those gurus who promise you how you should have your goals. I'm not saying that you should not have goals, but to get back to Scott Adams' quote, if you don't have an entire systems like the solar systems, okay, where there's more interaction, substantion, you will lose the aspect. It's really important, like we learn in sociology and political science and philosophy and physics, you always have to have a holistic look and a targeted action. So your goals are those targeted action. So if I talk in a Scrum, old Scrum language, your product backlog item, the PBI, are actually your goals, okay? The sprint goals is how could I say that? The sprint goal will be what do you agree among these PBIs to achieve in this increment? And the increment is an artifact. So you see, guys, Scrum, it's very easy to understand, but it's hard to apply. There's a list that I give to my trainees. I told them like before the workshop, because at the Agile, the signature pattern is I will give you a couple of quick things to read, okay? Like this 26 points of Ken Schreiber title, Scrum, it's Hard and Disruptive, and prepare your questions about your context, because my workshop are not explaining the 3 roles, the 4 event or 5th event if you include the refinement, and either the 3 increments. And by the way, let's do a quiz. Put me in the comment, both Instagram and YouTube, what are the 3 increments of Scrum? Just to see if you know it, certified or not. And you don't need to be certified to understand those 3 elements of Scrum, who were the basic things. But again, it's one thing to know it by heart. How do you apply it? And do you apply everything? I've got many teams, and no, it's not Scrum but, and it's not Scrum but. It's contextual, because Scrum with this substantiation aspect, you could adapt it. It's probably the system that make you able to create different frameworks. So when people say, oh, it's a framework system, it's a framework process, yes, it is. But actually, it's an outcome of the system, because truly, Scrum is a system with, of course, the sun. The sun is the 5 values. Again, in the comment below, tell me what are the 5 values. And please don't cheat on Google or DuckDuck.com. Do it by yourself, especially if you're part of the Scrum Master and Agile community. Make your brain work a little bit. Like, stop looking on DuckDuck and Tor and everything. Use your brain. So the sun is the 5 values. Let's say it like this: the core vision that those 5 values are bring, because vision will equal value. And then after, the planets could be seen as the people you need inside your team that circulate around the sun, which is around the values, right? I like to do this analogy to explain you the substantiation. And then the planets with the satellites will become like all these artifacts. Which planet does what? Role and responsibility. So the 3 roles. And of course, how do they gather together? How do they actually communicate together, which is the 4 main events, including the refinement. And when you apply Scrum like a robot, like someone who have no experience in Scrum or even in Lean, and just get certified by Scrum Alliance or Scrum.org. So again, Scrum Alliance is the CSM, and Scrum.org are the PSM. So they get a certification, and they have a 3 days. It's only 3 days trainings. And even worse, Scrum.org doesn't even require a training. So that means that they watch videos, not mine, and they watch a couple of shit on the internet, they read stuff, and then they go past the exam. And if they fail one time, they could do it again, and so on. And now they have the knowledge show. So it's even worse if you have a PSM, even if both are recognized, and both were found by Ken Schreiber, by the way, to make money, okay? It's part, Ken Schreiber, I love him. I love this guy, don't get me wrong, but he's part of the industrialization of Agile. I'm sorry. So he could say shit he wants at 80 years old now, but when he was young, it was all about the money. Jeff Chatelain the same, Mike Beadle the same, and yours truly Sue, okay? And I even want more than money. I want your Bitcoin and your Ethereum. So please tips me with your Bitcoin and your Ethereum, because this is the future, not digital shit currency, not fiat currency, but the thing. Anyway, so we all need money and love. I understand that. But to obtain this outcome, we need to be smart and we need to be efficient. And right now, everything that I read on LinkedIn and all these debates that sometimes I engage, are completely a waste of time. This is why I use the image of Captain Picard from Star Trek. Oh, thanks for the like on YouTube, guys. And if you like it, and share it to someone to enlighten them. I'm not saying I'm the light, but I'm one of the light. I try to shine your light, actually. So yes, so I'm really amazed, like, because again, for me, I think I just described my first point: systems and framework to understand like what is Scrum exactly. Okay, so by definition, even Ken and Jeff, yeah, blah blah blah, they say it's a framework. But Mike Beadle and I and some other guy from science and the more introvert of us, we saw the value of the system and that substantiation. And when you understand that, you could actually serve your client in consulting and coaching better, okay, if they want to use Scrum. And sometimes I went to the enterprise and I make them try things based on Scrum and they build something by their own. Actually, Spotify was made like this. They use the Scrum values and they build their company upon it. My client in Austin, Texas, Urban Acolyte, the same thing. So, but they don't call it Scrum, they call it whatever. And Spotify, they create even a system that actually, yes, subscribe to my channel like you see in the screen behind me. So, all right. So guys, systems and framework. I hope you understand, like you have the systems and Scrum could be comfortable. Actually, with Enterprise Scrum for business agility, we don't call it a Scrum Master, we call it a coach, not even an Agile coach, because if the team chooses to do DevOps within the kind of the visualization of their architecture, okay, because Enterprise Scrum stands for Enterprise Architecture, but using the Scrum value and the Scrum ways. So it looks really similar to the Scrum process, but it's probably the framework, Enterprise Scrum, the most configurable and the most adaptive. Because when you do with your team this business model canvas of doing your why, your how, and your what, and you create everything, who you need, which suppliers, you map everything visual, and then after people go work and they work together and so on. So it could become anything. And this is why sometimes I will do a team working agreement. This is not prescribed by the guide, it's just by experience. I realized that when you build a team that's new to Scrum, or you have to make the cleaning of this 75% fake fragile coach that don't know shit about Scrum, and they make them do the Scrum guide, which is completely false because it's not prescribed. It has to be self-organized and self-managed. People have to choose, and I've got more and more team right now, even if they have a 2-week sprint, they don't do retrospective every 2 weeks because they know each other, and they don't have to think about, oh my God, what kind of things that I'm going to do? No, because retrospective, it's very good at the beginning, at the foundation of building the team. But when the team knows each other, they could solve a lot of problems without retrospective. They will call, they will ask facilitation maybe of a coach in the enterprise or a Scrum Master to come back. I've seen teams right now that I helped 10, 15 years ago, okay, with some people still in there, okay, great engineer. They are completely self-managed. They don't have a Scrum Master. They have a Scrum Master if they need to facilitate something or a new approach or doing a spike or doing this retrospective that might need a third party from their team. Okay, so this is all you could get. Of course, in Montreal, you don't know that shit because you're so third wall in agility, lean, and Scrum. So, and probably my friends in Europe that make a lot of debate about Scrum fail, Scrum is a failure, and so on. So on that topic, I'm not saying that Scrum is perfect. And Scrum, of course, is not for losers. Scrum, it's a lean system. It's a lean and mean systems, okay? It's really mean. It's nothing to do with the unicorn of Agile and the human resources. Yeah, human resources, fuck you. Should be human relation, because this is nothing to do with that. It's really sportive and scientific. So you use Scrum when you do very fast pacing software development, and you agreed on the definition of that, an MVP, and evolutive empirical system, okay? This is it. So if you're a fucking designer shop with only front-end kind of development, and you piss off the designer, the DA, the UX people, and those kind of programmer, web developer, nothing against you guys, but of course this system will crush you. The system will kind of destroy your pace, and especially if you apply it like a robot, coached by some of my goofy, stupid, unacknowledged coach in Montreal that they don't know what they do and they're just making money out of your back. So that's why you should hire me and my coach at the Agile Lounge, where we do workshop, and at the end of the workshop you have something produced, okay, to help your team go on. And then we are there to help you every steps of the process. There is no transformation. You might want to transform your business or the way you develop your product using the value of Agile and Scrum and using some kind of system that you will build empirically. And this is why at the beginning, yes, I will say to the developer, yes, sorry, you need to do the retrospective because you have to tune in and inspect and adapt. What are you doing right now? So it's not Scrum, it's not Kanban, it's not DevOps that fell, or even Kaizen if you like to talk about things. It's not those tooling kits that's not working. It's the people who use them. If I tell you an analogy of having, I don't know, let's say you're a hunter and you go hunt with 877, for those who know the arms are, a big carabiner, okay? And you just make a mess on the poor beast, on the poor deer, because you didn't receive training. And I'm not saying like you need training, you need more experience. So like me, for instance, I was following my cousin, older than me, and my uncle, into the hunting weekend. And slowly but surely, I got a smaller carabine and then a bigger carabine. And they show you like every season how to actually aim and get my prey. So I think so if I never catch something, if I never catch duck or deer, will I say, oh, my 677 sucks? Or my 957 sucks? No, that's just a gun. That's just a tool. Okay? So if you don't aim properly, you won't get the deer. So this analogy applied to Scrum because we talk about Scrum, but it could apply to a Kanban way or a flow way you'd like to do. And just keep it simple, learn, be open, inspect and adapt empirically. If you start with Scrum, of course you won't win right now. If you don't apply a great communication and interaction with your user, your client, and your team that built the thing, you won't achieve. Because you don't aim in the right direction. You don't aim in the back of the head to blow the prey and have a fest. Okay? So sorry for the vegan listening to me or whatever, but that's the greatest example because you are becoming a great hunter when you know how to use your arbalete or your guns. Okay? And you use it not often, but precisely. And Scrum, it's lean and mean. And lean means precise. And the MVP, you will have the most viable product. It's the way you scale it. You scale yourself with your skills. Huh? When I was 12 years old, I get a little carabine and they say, like, look at me and this, you learn. So for me, every time, and of course, today we talk about Scrum and Scrum fuck up because a lot of people say, oh, Scrum is fuck up and da-da-da-da. It's fun to have fun with memes. It's fun but the reality of things, as your consultant, as your coach, I will tell you, I don't care of what framework you want to use. Tell me exactly where you want to be with your software or with your product, where you want to be with your team that produce these things. What is your goal? Is it to go faster? Go faster is not a good reason because the velocity will always be an outcome of how you apply a system, how you learn it. And no, of course, you don't apply it perfectly, but maybe at first you get to know the notion and you experiment on it. I've got some two, 3 teams in the last 2 years. I make them do Scrum without them knowing it because they were building with the business model canvas and the working agreement, the team working agreement canvases. What do they need? Who do they need? And how to build a team? And is it to be cross-functional? Could we spare this? Could we not doing that? Do we need to do a demo? So, of course, you train them with the introductory of the 5 values, the 3 roles, the 4.5 event, and the 3 artifacts. The 3 artifacts are kind of very important. And then you show them some kind of other tools around it, like such as Kaizen for designer, such as the quadrant of prioritizing a backlog or creating a backlog. But you don't go too deep into these like complicated stuff of user stories and user story points, sizing and estimation. That's this upcoming vlog actually I'm going to do. Yes, a vlog and a Dare Real Agile podcast on sizing and estimation and the world of lean and agile, and especially DevOps, the future of agile and software development and product maintaining digital transformation, because you waste your time, okay? So give them a budget, give them the tools they need, and they will produce your thing. Because the time they could spend to estimate stuff, or the time they could spend with a coach learning the sizing and estimation and the psychology of estimation, the sprint is already done, and it's a sprint fail. And about the sprint fail, that's pretty normal in the first release that you're going to have a lot of fail. If you do a Kanban flow, it's the same thing. So don't blame the systems. Blame the fact that the organization doesn't support you with a fixed team. Okay, they're still working in matrix kind of environment. So in that case, you don't have all the engineer you need at the right proper time. You don't calculate the capacity. You have a Scrum Master with only a certification but no experience. So the big ego engineer and big ego business owner or product owner will actually crush them. If you're in a big organization with a PMO, the PMO and IT won't agree, and then they won't even value the role of a Scrum Master to actually apply both the Scrum value of courage and great transparency, as well as the value and principle of Scrum. One of the 12 principles says bring IT and business together into the common goal and vision, which we call a shared vision in Scrum. And no, they don't allow it because they see a Scrum Master like a PM. So if you have an SM and a, Scrum, and a PM struggling each other with a PMO that don't support the Agile roles, here you have it. So you have all things to make it fail, and you're going to blame it to a toolbox. You're going to blame it onto your gun that you didn't get the deer, as you never went to a school shooting, as you never listened to your uncle or your father, how to hunt properly. You don't have any mentorship. You don't have any coaching. You just like a consultant try to make money in a recession and say, I'm an Agile coach, but you don't know shit. You just apply a book. You take a book and you apply it to a client. You have a one-size-fits-all mindset. Of course, it's going to fail because Scrum is not made as a one-size-fits-all. And even though I will be very objective, the PM book, well, I read it, and it's not a one-size-fits-all either. So even the waterfall or traditional project management cycle, you have the same problem. And you cannot say, oh, PMI or the PM book fell because no. It's a kind of a reference thing. So you could see the Scrum Guide as a reference thing to help you. But then after, if you really like to walk the talk, sorry about that. If you really want to walk the talk, as both the Agile Manifesto and the Scrum Guide told you, uncover new ways together and make it happen with a self-organized team that will decide. Because it's, again, the same thing. Whether it's a permanent job position into your organization or it is the person who called a consultant, if you hire someone for his skills on development, design, creativity, accounting, whatever, and you always tell them what to do, it doesn't need to be Agile. It's just common sense. Huh? I mean, why are you doing this? And especially with Scrum, if you'd like to apply Scrum system, this is not a product sausage type of tool. It is a substantion, again, anti-election, and everyone in the business, not just IT and software development team, everyone across the board should participate at some point and should understand that. So a great Agile coach will support the Scrum Master and the product owner at the equal type of time investment. Okay? And he will help the team. He will have audience with developers or engineer of any maturity. It's really important that a coach that help an organization such as me, Coach AF, we are here for you and we mean it. And we will be there to answer all your questions and to help you and facilitate you to take the right decision. But you will be responsible for your decision. You will be responsible. We are just offering guidance. And to all of those people who go into some kind of detail and they try to see a bug where there's no bug, and they say that, that Scrum thing is not working, so we should not do this. But I'm sorry, you don't understand substantiation. You don't understand the importance and the principle and the values of doing it. You don't let your people build their own team. You don't provide maybe the tooling system, especially I saw it in Kanban flow team. They don't even have the proper automation team to make the release launchable. Could you imagine that? And then after the people say, this Kanban flow with DevOps doesn't work, the CI/CD doesn't work, we don't have visibility on things. Excuse me. I mean, what is that? That could be possible. Again, I don't say it's perfect, but it's not the system itself. Understand it, embrace it, adopt it, experiment on it, tailor it to your needs, and you'll make it work, okay? You have to reach an employee satisfaction and a customer satisfaction. When you have those things, even myself, if I said, oh, this is not really like Scrum, but they are fulfilled and happy, and customer come back and they purchase more, shut up, Agile coach. Don't change for change. I'm so sick and tired of it. So again, it's always a question of information, of training and applying, and also perspective. Not perception, perspective. And I'm telling you right now off the bat that it's people that make it happen. So if you don't treat your people properly, if you don't provide them the support they need, when we say any business transformation or digital transformation, they need like the top level executive support and the team capability. And you do the in Lakesh sign of the Mayan, which is in togetherness. I am another you. I am with you. It's really important. So for me, I just try to provide you information and perspective that stop saying that Agile is dead. Stop saying that Lean is overdue. Stop saying that Scrum doesn't work. If you don't know how to aim and how to shoot, you better shut the fuck up. Because Scrum is not perfect. Scrum is not fuck up. But Scrum is not for everyone. The one-size-fits-all coach of Montreal that provides some kind of very, very bad consultancy, and you're just there to waste time, to waste money, to waste resources, and to make people unhappy, especially with the SAFE framework. Again, SAFE. SAFE is probably the perfect thing to kill any creativity and innovation that Scrum could brought you, that enterprise Scrum could brought you, with the Agile mantra of uncovering new ways. Motherfucker? It's incredible. And so anyways, so empirism, we have to bring back science and sports into coaching, agility, and lean, including Scrum. And Scrum, why is it used, said by 67 of the organization in 122 countries, according to CAS report, the State of Agile 2019, because I didn't read the 2020 yet. It's because it's the one you could adapt. You could even create great companies such Amazon and Spotify. Hello? How would you like to be like Salesforce? Salesforce is another Scrum-based company. Oh, but no, Scrum, it's a failure for us at ING, Dutchland. Yeah, because you take the Spotify music industry kind of model and you try to put it in the throat of banking people with a broom in the ass. Are you fucking serious in your mind? You should create financial agility. Like the DeFi, decentralized finance with Bitcoins. So there should be an agility adapted to the bank. And Enterprise Scrum is providing a business model canvas for that. And my client in Montreal loved it. I praise some PMI people, PMP, very stubborn conservative people with this type of agility for the financial and insurance group with a business model canvas of conformity through the government and to all the institutions that look at you and that might slow you down if you'd like to do an agile thing. And again, the agile thing, sorry about that. Yes, when I'm passionate, sometimes I cough. This is not what you think it is. So truly, guys, that's what I want to say today at the Scrum Fuck-Up. We have fun with that. We have fun with Scrum Fuck-Up, with the F word, the S word. But at the end of the day, let's be happy. And I hope you learned something about this today. And I hope you'll teach me something in the comment below. And if you like this video, of course, like it, share it to someone who should understand substantiation, who should understand that the systems and frameworks are not responsible for the failure. It's the people, the way they understand it, the way they have a perspective on it, and how do you build your capable team. When I had my first lesson and my first workshop with Mike Beadle and also Mark Levinson, that I salute, that he certified me 12 years after I was a Scrum Master. That was just because of the market in Montreal that wanted me to be certified, even if I had like 12 years of experience and achievement and proven good comment on my LinkedIn. Go see it. People are praising me. They are happy with me. So anyways, now walk the talk. A lot of people talk, but they don't walk. Me, I walk and then I talk. So where I'm going? Oh, yes. So, I mean, really, guys, I still have much to learn myself. And this is why I'm really agile. I was agile before agile exists, anyways. And a lot of people out there, a lot of you are agile and even lean. You just don't know it yet. So stop seeing it as methodology or whatever. It's really like you need. Oh yeah, I was saying like the first thing I heard from Mike Beadle is he came into the hotel room and he says like, agile is people first over anything else, and within those people, you need to surround yourself with capable and willing people. So here's the thing. Too often, especially in a big enterprise, the agile and lean stuff are imposed into others, are imposed into teams. And I just discussed with one of my ex-clients that I salute. I love you so much, the Reese Pieces. You will recognize yourself if you are watching and listening and you go to this point. And what can I say about this? So yeah, she told me that, now they will enforce safe on us as my 5 teams with the Scrum Masters are doing well. We are delivering things, our client are happy, the business unit or the client internally, they are all happy with that. So we don't understand why we have to go to a PI training and then the PI things and to be controlled by one release train manager. Why is that? They're not even part of the same kind of. So anyways, so you see how much lack of vision it is, how much lack of self-management, autonomy, and all the value of Agile are not there. So when I say safe is not Agile, not even Scrum, this is what we meant, the group of Enterprise Scrum, Mike Beadle and myself. So I don't care of your opinion of sheep, because I know for a fact, it's scientifically a fact, it's a correlation that safe is not Agile, okay? In that sense, because when you have example like I just told you, enforcing something because the VPT or VPIT has a kind of a quota, because again, safe is the only one that's not open source. It's the one when you have to buy it, you have to buy the training, you have to buy all the templates. Can you imagine they have templates and you cannot change them because it's copyrighted? So excuse me, this is not Agile, because what we do here at the Agile Lounge, we have many kind of cheat sheet and book. It's end book, it's not training book. It's end book referral, and there will be it's Creative Commons, it's open source as it was meant to be. So here it is, guys. So I will tune my behavior by not engaging on LinkedIn. I quit Twitter myself not to engage into this toxic exchange of opinion of sheeps. As a great lion, I will stay on the steps looking at the sunset and only go down and go up, especially go up with those people first over everything else. When we say that in Agile, we talk about the 3 pillar again. I come back to what I said at the beginning. There's people, there's process and tools, and there is technology and other kind of tooling kits. And when I claim that DevOps is the future of Agile, it's because DevOps is usually in the 3rd column, but now more than ever, they adopt the Agile values and thinking to make it happen with the people first within their teams and support each other as developers and operation working as one. And this is beautiful because my team right now, whether it's in cryptocurrency or artificial intelligence and artificial systemic intelligence, they amaze me, because a lot of them that they don't have even experience in Scrum or whatever, they just deliver shit and continuously deliver meaningful value to their customer, to the DeFi. DeFi stands for decentralized finance, by the way. So they are making this new bank of the future, this new renaissance. So when I say it's Agile Renaissance and Cyber Renaissance, here you have it. And all the other, you will fail. You will fail because of your stubbornness, because of your conventional mindset, and because you're just there for the money. You're not there for the love of things. You're just there for the money. When I say we all need love and money, yes. But if you don't have love, if you don't love what you do, you lose. So on that, my dear Langer, thank you very much for the 10 people who were on YouTube. Didn't see much on Instagram though, but I hope you learned something. And again, in the comment below, teach me something and go more than opinion. Please bring me some fact, bring me some of your experience. Why do you think I am scientifically right that Scrum as a tool cannot fail unless you don't know how to use the tool properly? And willingly. So thank you very much. Have a happy weekend and see you next week. I don't know if I'll do the sizing thing next week. We'll see, because I've got a couple of things on my whiteboard. So we'll see. So again, like it, share it, comment your thought in the comment, and also appreciation tips and PayPal with fiat money or Bitcoin if you have some to spare. I'm waiting for it. I thank you very much and cheers. Ciao, Instagram.